XYZ Telecommunication Corporation within the Fortune 100 list in the year of 2012. It has been a staple for more than a century, providing innovative, reliable, high-quality product, globally recognized as the leader to telecommunication. XYZ serves millions of customers in more than 225 countries. It was started by Alexander Bell in the year of 1867. XYZ remained a full-service monopoly until 1984 when the government required them to make such regional subsidiary in its own company. From 1987 to present, XYZ has been an aggressive player in the acquisition of related business. Today, XYZ is one of the top 10 largest companies in the United States and one of the top 20 companies in the world. When we talk about the diversity management of the organization, since XYZ claimed the commitment of diversity and inclusion remains top priority for the organization. XYZ's workforce in the United States is 39% female and 39% people of color. When we take a look at the 36% of female managers nationally in the United States, the company has 39% of female in the supervisory position. What's more, based on the survey of the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, only 22% of managers professionals are people of color compared to 31% in XYZ. The organization aligns the diversity and inclusion management strategy with its own business goals and leadership priorities, including the workforce inclusion, multicultural marketing, and diversity of suppliers. According to XYZ, the organization has spent $15 billion on its supplier diversity program since 1968. Additionally, the company spent $6.9 billion with minority groups in 2009 for both female and disabled veterans within the organization.
Criteria is critical to determine whether or not a company is considered diverse and inclusive. The methodology Diversity Incorporated used for ranking the top 50 companies for diversity has created an overall diversity blueprint. Based on this methodology, we're able to form our own criteria for what we believe account for a diverse and inclusive organization. We generate 4 sections for diversity commitment. Each counts for equal importance. That criteria is categorized by different groups of contributors, covering almost every factors that may affect diversity and inclusion. The first section is company commitment. It refers to how the company leads and implements diversity and inclusion management. It covers the visibilities of diversity commitment, defining diversity in their mission statement, and overall atmosphere of diversity. The second section is employee commitment. It examines how committed employees are to their company's diversity and inclusion strategy. It covers the participation rate of ERG, the extent of diversity training, penalty for failure to comply with diversity rules, the strength of diversity section in employee handbook. The third section is community commitment. It measures the external diversity practice the organization is employing. It covers the contribution to charities, the diversity awareness, and educating society on diversity. The last section is supplier commitment. It is significant in creating innovative solutions to challenges and building support throughout the community. It covers the proportion of diverse suppliers and the suppliers' guidelines in defining diversity.
Executives will reach XYZ to get a general feeling of their atmosphere and interview several employees. These employees represented different races as well as worked within different sectors and levels of XYZ. We especially enjoy the small city atmosphere in XYZ. Besides being excellent modern work environment, we immediately felt as if we were at a small United Nations gathering. We met employees from different races such as African American, white, Hispanic, American Indian, and Asian. Interestingly, we found that employees tend to work at XYZ for many years. Of the 4 employees we interviewed, all have been worked at XYZ for more than 10 years. Upon discussion, Within that, workers found benefit and compensation are very attractive. XYZ provide great benefits, including market competitive health and welfare, pension and saving plans. Overall, these benefits are received by more than 1 million people worldwide, making it known to they take good care of their employees. Something that we really appreciate was the excellent accommodation program targeted at disabled employees. One of the memorable people we met was a blind female manager and her seeing eye dog. We found this as compelling evidence to indicate XYZ's commitment to special groups. Similarly, we were impressed at the overwhelming community contribution. They have a lot of community programs such as children caring, teenager education, or college student sponsorship, as well as support many non-profit organizations. Overall, we have found that XYZ is committed to its employees, not only for their career development but also ethnic socialization. The most significant commitment is to their ERG groups or employee resource groups. These groups support the company's commitment to diversity and inclusion through their efforts in the workplace, the marketplace, and the community. XYZ recognizes the value and goodwill that these groups can provide in furthering the company's goals, values, and interests.
XYZ works tirelessly to upkeep an image of organizational diversity and inclusion. Throughout their 136-year history, they have provided innovation to people from all walks of life, allowing a connection from person to person anywhere in the world. In order to fully understand these different walks of life, it makes complete business sense that they utilize and leverage a core competency of a diverse and inclusive workplace. One of the ultimate reasons businesses embrace a diverse working environment is to capitalize on revenue through understanding of their consumer. Ultimately, XYZ aligns their diversity and inclusion efforts with their business strategies and goals. This essentially means that they aim to provide diversity within their workforce through community impact, marketing, and supplier relations. With a highly respectable workforce consisting of 39% female and 36% people of color, it is evident that XYZ takes this commitment seriously. XYZ also highlights 39% of women are managers, compared to the national average of 36%, whereas 36% of managers are people of color, compared to the national average of 22%. In terms of a diverse workforce, simply based on number, XYZ proves good on their statement. Like many companies, XYZ celebrates the fact that they are part of the community by providing services to help spur improvements. XYZ aims to foster and create opportunities for diverse populations. This includes their commitment to quality of life programs, improvement of education, and providing grants to ethnic and minority groups. Considering XYZ's wide, globally diverse customer base, it is no wonder they have jumped at the opportunity to study the product wants and needs of each region they serve. One of XYZ's strongest beliefs is that they must speak the language of the customer they are serving. How can a customer communicate their needs if, in fact, their language is not understood? One of XYZ's most exciting diversity practices is their use of global suppliers who too value diversity. XYZ is able to make a difference for minority, women, and disabled veteran-owned business enterprises. XYZ has 4 core values. First, they believe in delivering the future first. Ultimately, they see themselves as an innovative company not afraid to take risks while solving societal changes. Although this value isn't necessarily strong in its correlation with diversity, it can be said that through acting as a leader in workforce inclusion, they're helping to deliver the future. They believe in building strong customer relationships. In order to build strong customer relationships, they must first understand who their customers are and what they want. This relates back to their multicultural marketing and that they must understand the language as well as their consumers' culture. They believe in unleashing human capabilities. This value, the most related to diversity, is all about the people that make the business work. This includes not only the employees but also the communities they serve. XYZ aims to value diversity in thought, background, and experience while fostering an environment of community and environmental awareness. And finally, they operate with integrity and trust. XYZ fosters an environment of trustworthiness and reliability. This pertains not only to the customer but also to the employees and suppliers.
XYZ's diversity and inclusion management strategy aligns with its business goals and leadership priorities in areas including workforce inclusion, community impact, multicultural marketing, and supplier diversity. XYZ takes pride in hiring employees from different backgrounds to deliver products and services that meet the customer's needs. The diversity workforce is an asset to XYZ company and a result of their intensive focus on recruiting, hiring, and retaining the best talents. In recent years, XYZ has developed numerous programs to effectively tackle these minorities. These include XYZ University, XYZ Connected to Success, XYZ Self-Development Resources Center, and a tuition reimbursement program. Once hired, XYZ take pride in their continued training and education to their employees, including the areas of diversity. Finally, XYZ has a joint council, JDC, that includes the National ERG President as well as the XYZ Diversity and Inclusion team members. The JDC addresses diversity issues, opportunities, and the best practice at the company. For more than a century, XYZ has devoted itself to philanthropy in order to help shape their community through education and donation. For more than 36 years, the XYZ Foundation has been pivotal in reaching and strengthening the diverse community they serve. Similarly, they spend millions of dollars per year to help support minority internship. The XYZ Foundation supports non-profit organizations and programs that foster inclusion and create opportunities for diverse populations. XYZ recognizes the value of multicultural consumers and invests heavily to make their products and services fit into customers' lives by demonstrating effective communication ways. The company's advertising and marketing campaigns also represent the diversity of the local community they serve. They indicate a diverse individual feature and focus on intercultural interaction. XYZ is one of the world's leading companies in terms of identifying and doing business with a diverse set of suppliers. Since 1968, XYZ has developed 3 distinct programs that aim to serve minority groups: the Minority Business Enterprise, the Women Business Enterprise, and the Disabled Veteran Business Enterprise. These programs aim to provide opportunity to connect women, minority, and the disabled with business enterprises. XYZ acts as a mentor toward diverse suppliers, pushing them to be the solution experts in core business practice. Similarly, XYZ has a prime supply program in which suppliers must meet specific diversity criteria to qualify. Ultimately, this program allows XYZ and the supplier to develop goals and solutions to their diversity culture.
According to interviewed employees, the development of ERG is one of the 2 crucial challenges that face the company. ERG has become an essential part of an organization, benefiting the growth of business as well as potential consumers. It is important to know that XYZ recognizes the value of ERG in supporting its company's goals and objectives, but it has been pointed out that the participation rate alone cannot ensure, though the company has provided adequate resources to the growth of ERGs. The challenge they are facing is how to encourage employees to participate in provided benefit and learning opportunities. In order to leverage the greatest benefit of ERGs, both the company and its employee commitment to ERG are essential to serve business goals. Therefore, having ERGs alone won't provide much to the company. Participation rate is of great importance. Diversity in the upper management level is another major challenge that XYZ.
Overall, it is of our opinion that XYZ does a sound job managing diversity and inclusion. Besides receiving an abundance of awards on their policies and procedures, they are continually ranked among the top 50 most diverse-friendly companies. Using our aforementioned criteria of diversity and inclusion, we can further break down why XYZ has earned such a high mark. First, company commitment allows us to get a clear vision of how much of a commitment diversity is to the overall company. Referring to XYZ's website, we were able to see just how visible this commitment is. For a quote from XYZ's CEO, it encompasses that diversity is not only important to the people, but also to the business strategy. A diverse workforce and inclusive culture are essential to XYZ. They allow us to attract and retain the best and the brightest to develop the most innovative products and solutions to meet our customer needs. Personal communication among the top executives to lower-level employees seem to exude a sense of actually believing in the importance of diversity. Similarly, we feel as though XYZ does a great job of conveying that diversity is a core competency as well as a nice job of tying their mission and values to inclusion. Finally, based on our site visit, we were able to assess the overall atmosphere and we're once again very impressed. For this section of diversity, we give XYZ a grade of A. Perhaps the most visually representative of diversity is the subsection of employee commitment. According to XYZ's website, they employ an above-average amount of women and other minorities. Upon our group visit, we were thrilled to see that there was no cookie-cutter worker. Rather, we right off the bat noticed employees of all shapes and sizes. On the other hand, we were disappointed in the lack of diversity within the governance board. Of the 12 senior executives, there were only 2 women represented and only 1 gentleman of an ethnic variety. Next, we examined XYZ's use of employee resource groups. We found that XYZ has quite an impressive ERG program, having 11 groups for their employees. More impressive is the annual conference that is held to help ERGs and executives learn from one another. Similarly, XYZ offers a strong mentoring program for their younger employees, interns, and professional development programs. For this section, we award XYZ with a grade of A. The next section we examined was the community involvement. We found that XYZ donates a tremendous amount of time and money to a variety of different philanthropies as well as to their local communities. Similarly, XYZ provides excellent diversity awareness among the community as well as commit to improving the lives of those around them. For this section of criteria, we give XYZ an A+. Although a sound company, we have some minor recommendations for XYZ. According to research, potential benefits of ERGs far outweigh negative consequences. In other words, recognizing ERGs will bring business benefits to the company. In order to fully take advantage of these benefits, the participation must be increased. It has been shown that ultimately joining these groups is driven by social identity, as well as the correlation between expected costs, such as punishment, and benefits, such as career advancement. A recommendation could be to use a reward system to increase attendance. Although monetary compensation would be nice, it is not always feasible. Any sort of reward could help the participation rate. On the other hand, employees may get upset about the lack of support and recognition for their participation and performance in ERGs. This may lead to a lower ERG participation rate of new employees and decreased enthusiasm for the ERGs. Thus, it is important to ensure strong and ongoing company-wide CEO and senior executive communication about the business benefit of ERG participation. Overall, ERGs. Besides recognition, companies should also make its effort in encouraging employees to participate in ERGs. As ERGs resource are well established in the company, it would be a waste of investment if ERGs do not contribute to the business. Training programs could be implemented to increase employees' awareness of the importance of ERGs by educating employees of how ERGs would benefit the business and what advantages it could bring to the company and the individuals.